Hi guys, I had this Lenovo Idea Pad 3 coming in today. What it is had no power at all. As you see, there's a light right there. When usually you plug this into the charger, and that light's supposed to lit up. However, there's no light to it at all, and it doesn't turn on. And I have went and I guess open all the screw out to make the video a little bit faster. Um, but however, I want to show you guys this. Uh, I believe this is one of the smart charger. If it detect problem, it will stop itself from power. But as you see, if I tap it lightly, you will see there is power going into it. So the port is fine, and the charger, I'm assuming it's a smart charger, so the charger is also fine. However, there's no light indication, and it doesn't turn on at all. So let's open it up and go under the microscope and see if we could see what's going on and troubleshoot it. Okay. To open it up, it should be easy. First, my recommend is to take the battery connection out, and I guess remove all the flex cable, whatever that plug in, first. So when you remove the I guess the motherboard, you won't have to accidentally tear or rip one of the flex cable. Okay. Black one is down the bottom. uh should be okay. Why isn't it coming off though? Mm, okay, they tape it. Okay, they had this plastic hook, which I don't think that is necessary at all. Okay. um that's out. Once the stuff is out, I'm gonna take this out too, so there won't be anything revolve. I'm gonna take the hard drive out, because you don't want to touch this at all. Worst case scenario, I guess the customer is still gonna have his data on it. There's a few screws to hold the motherboard down, and I believe you have to take these two screws for the hinges to lift it up for the to free the motherboard from it. Okay. I don't know if you have to see it from there. Uh, yes, you can. Let me move back a little. I see there's another ribbon down here that connect at the bottom. Uh, so just keep an eye out for that. That is free. Let's see, there's some bracket thing here that is broken off. Not a big deal. I don't know what that is though. I definitely don't want to tear this ribbon out. Uh, but it seems like it's coming out, but not. Okay. Yeah, now screw right there, guys. Hidden under the sticker. Alright, good enough. Let me move anything in the way. I got a fan connector I didn't take off here. Alright, and we have this little guy. Not just down the bottom, but they actually glue this too. Let this out. All right, let's go in the back and see if we can find out anything. All right, guys, we're gonna just. I'm not gonna start recording on the microscope yet. However, I'm gonna try to see if there any shortage anywhere, um, especially at these coil here. I know these should be shorted because it's from the CPU side. Uh, but overall, I don't see anything wrong here. And everything looked really good on my end too. Um, and not too bad. All right, let's flip the board. Let's go from the back and see if we can see anything. Okay. Uh, okay. I do see the power going in and go through here and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, let me start the recording on the microscope so you can see it with me here. All right, guys. We're gonna run some troubleshooting. As you see here, this is the charging port itself, and it seems like the power is going into these two inductor here, coil, and then go through this point, and it go here and here and here, and I guess this is the main power rail coming out to it. Okay, so let's see if there any short to that. Uh, for now, let's just check. That would be the first step that I will usually take. Um, you start from where like all this wire everywhere. We gotta start from where the plug in, I guess. Make sure we have ground. Yes, we got ground. Okay. Any short? No short. 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 Okay. That is very weird. No short at all. No short, but there ain't no power. All right. I'm gonna try to plug the power cable in, and from there maybe we could trace the voltage. That way we see how far the voltage got to. Okay. Uh, as you see, let me make sure I put this to ground first. Let me make sure they power. No, that's not ground. Okay, we do have power. I know it's hard for you guys to see, so I'm gonna try to put this here. Nope, yeah, I cannot see that at all. If I zoom out, you guys probably gonna see. All right. Yeah, this really is in the way. Can I move this out a little bit out? Okay, as you see, there is power going through here. Oh, I can't see it like that. Ew, nice. Can you see it like that? Somewhat, yes. Okay. Uh, but I still can't see it. All right, give me a second here. Let me set this up the way that I could let you see it and I see it. Okay. All right, guys. Please bear with me here. I know it's kind of lame like this, but that's the best thing I could come up with at the moment. Okay. However, let's continue. Let's plug this guy in, and then we'll see how far the voltage got to. All right. And also, let me move this out of the way. I don't want it to short anything. All right. Is there power here? Well, yeah, I can't see like that. There is power. You gotta right, remember though. This is a smart charger. That's why, as long as you detect something, that means there's power going into it. Let me switch this. Is there power here? Yes, there is. Okay, jumping is good. I know that in order for the computer to work, this power from here gotta go over to this guy. So let's see if there's any power there. Barely any voltage at all. Okay, and I know in order for this power to go on this side, this pin 1, this look like a N MOSFET. So in order for it to work, this gotta have some power, and there's absolutely nothing. Is there any power here? Nothing. Okay, I'm assuming this right here is linked with this. So let's see if they have any power to this spot. Nothing. Okay, let unplug. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to, because there is no shortage. Uh, so what I will try to do is I will inject the voltage. I would say about a volt uh, in the middle here or here because they're connected. So I'm gonna inject some voltage here, and we're gonna see if anything change. Okay, and if it's short or something like that, it will definitely we will find out. So let's go on from there. All right, let's turn it on. Oh, I do need this though. Sorry for all the wiring or the entanglement. But like I said, this is the best thing I could come up with at the moment. So just work with me. Um, okay, I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna inject 1 volt into here. And let's see if we have any voltage here. All right, we had close to a volt. So somehow it's draining, which is fine. I want to see if we have any voltage at this location. Yes, we have voltage. Okay. So as long there is power, we have voltage to the signal pin leg there. And that signal pin leg should be right here for this chip too. So let's see if it's have any voltage here. Any? I don't see anything. Yes, there is voltage there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there is voltage. So that point and that point and this point from the pin leg right here is all the same. Uh, but overall, there wasn't any short. And the funny part of it all is, let me put all this away first, clear out this mess. The funny part of it all is, if there is power to, let's say, either this side of the chip or this side is interconnected, uh, it seems like this signal chip will work. The signal coming from the pin 1 will work. Um, so I'm assuming if that worked, I'm just gonna run this real quick, guys, just to be safe. But I want to make sure. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to. Well, I could also do that again. Not a big deal of all, but I want to make sure of this here. Put that in. All right. I don't know if you guys can see from there or not. If you don't, please forgive me. But I'm gonna check it real quick. I'm gonna put that pin leg back. Let's make sure we have power. Yes, we have power. So I'm assuming when we put the power there, this have power. So if this pin have power, that means that this side and this side will open up, and this will have voltage. Yes, it does have voltage. All right, so it does have voltage. Mm. So okay, so it's a little bit mind-boggling here. So for some weird reason, the power from here cannot go over here, and if there's no power here, I guess the chip that controlling this signal won't have any power to start. But we put power here, the chip turn on, and the power, we get power on this side. I'm gonna assume the best thing to do of all is, I'm gonna assume this is bad. I'm just gonna take it out and see if it doing any different. Okay, I guess that's the quickest way to solve this problem for right now. um, yeah, I think that's the best way. So let me do the setup, and we will continue. Okay. All right, guys. um, yes, I was about to take this chip out and just jump the cable over. However, that is a cheating way. Um, and I want to see, because this is the signal line to enable this pin and this pin, for this chip to turn on, for the power from here to go over. And that signal is pretty much missing. Okay, and that point is not short at all. So let me just double check. I don't want to say the wrong thing. uh, yeah, it is not short at all. Okay. So the best way to find out where this gonna lead to is, I guess, you have to solder the connection onto it. That will be easier, unless you had to manually do the uh, let me see which way would be better. Yeah, I think solder on would be better, because otherwise it's gonna be so hectic. So let's solder onto it, and and hopefully we could find where that go, and then we're gonna trace it from there. Okay. I just need some flux, not too much, a little bit. Let's go do a long way. That's too much anyway. It's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. Uh, let's just solder this onto there. If I even could get it on. Wow, is that hard? Every single time I work on this, uh, I guess the microscope and I record is so hard for me to see. Uh, Even though that pin should take me about like 2 seconds to put on, and for some reason I can't get it on because the microscope, the way I look at it, I had to sacrifice one of the eyeball for it to work. It seems good enough, and it's so hard to move it around, I guess, and stuff like that. I don't want this to rip, not yet. I'm trying to plug this into. Alright, let's trying to see if this is shorted the ground first. I mean, if we could detect it. Okay, it is short to ground now. Not short to ground, but it's connected with the with the multimeter. Oh, my guys, sorry about that. Customer came in. However, good thing that she came in because I thought I was recording through the microscope too. Apparently, it closed out by some weird reason. So good thing that she came in. But now I can start working and record under a microscope for you guys too. Okay. Anyway, it is in. As you see, this line right now is connected to my multimeter. Okay, and it will be if I touch. So it is in. It is connected. So let's look around and see if we could find a signal line somewhere. Okay. And that looked like it going to the other side of the motherboard. So is this, but beside that, I don't think it should be over here at all. All right, let's just flip the board. Hopefully this stay in for me here because it's very fragile. Just hanging on by a thread. All right, let's look up here. What I'm pretty much doing right now is trying to look for that signal line to see what chip or what not working at that line to see if we could determine what's going on with that line. And apparently I don't see any here. What? Okay. Okay. That chip is somewhere underneath this board on that side. So I thought it's gonna be right here, but apparently not. Nevertheless, let's go look at another. Um, as you see, I'm just looking for these one of the chip that had a lot of pin, and I want to try them. Because usually the signal chip, these type of pin chip leg like this is the one that put out the signal. Okay, there's something going in the control and it send a signal out. Um, so instead of looking everywhere on the motherboard, you just look for those locations first. I thought this is gonna be the one up here, but apparently they are not. So I'm gonna go to the next one that I see here, multiple pin leg. Uh, just to play it safe. Scan, just roughly scanning through them with the multimeter probe here. Nothing. Wow. All right. We got one more right here. Nothing. What? We have any more? That's it. Okay. That's very different. What do you know? Yep. I was hanging on by a thread. Mm, just gonna put it somewhere. Can't believe it fell off. That seems solid enough. Check for beeping. Yep, it is. Okay. Still nothing. Okay. It would be bad if the thing fell out again. Still nothing. I, wait. All right. I think we found our culprit here. So this is the line that coming out to that. Wow. Imagine that. One from all the way up top, up the motherboard on the other side, and it went to here. What a crazy design. All right. So I'm just gonna unplug this, and then we're gonna go on from there. I'm gonna clean this mess up later, but for now that is fine. Uh, let's do that now so I won't forget. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so we found our culprit. I guess our signal. All right, guys. Just got back at it again. Uh, Let me do my thing here. So pretty much we find out where that signal coming from, uh, and it coming from this chip right here. Uh, and pretty much what I'm gonna do now is trying to see if any of this capacitor shorted to ground. Uh, See anything shorted to ground at all? Okay, this is shorted to ground. And that seemed like it going to pin number 3. I'm not sure what this chip does, but what I will probably do is take this off. I will remove this and see if it's uh, uh what are the chances of this cap is bad. uh Story of my life, guys. As soon as I go back here trying to do a recording, alright, customer come in. Sorry about that. Anyway, what are the chances of this cap is bad? uh I don't know. I doubt it very much. So what we will do is, we're trying to do is inject 1 volt here, and see if anything get hot. Okay. Hopefully it's not the chip that get hot, because I don't like to order chip and replace it out at all. I could do it. It's just time consuming, and I don't want to do that at all. So let's see. Um, all right, guys. I'm at my thermal camp spot here that I have to do it, so you guys do the recording for you guys to see. Uh, However, what it is I was hoping that is not this chip, but pretty much I'm that it is, as you see. If I You see how that chip get hot, uh, and it's not super hot because right now it's only 1 volt I'm injecting into here, and I believe this probably is a lot more voltage. uh, but you can see that spot is the only spot that get hot, unless on the other side of the motherboard uh, is also hot somewhere that I don't know. um, there's a chance on that. However, for that to happen, the chance of that happening is so low. So I don't think that it is. I'm just gonna remove this chip for now and see if I guess the short go away. Okay. All right, guys. Let's try to take that chip out. But before I take that chip out, I think it's easier for me to take this capacitor off. It doesn't take me long at all, so let's just take this capacitor off and see if the short go away. I doubt it very much. uh, but it doesn't take long to remove and resolder this, so let's try this first. Hopefully it does work. uh, you know, I like I say, I doubt it very much, but it is what it is there. Okay, it is lift off from there. Good. Let's see if it's short. Let's see if it's still short. And no short here. All right, so let's try to take this chip off and see if the short go away. Okay, if we take it off and the short go away, we know what's going on. There's no lie to that. All right, chip is out. Let's see if the short go away. And the short went away. Okay, so right now I guess the only thing we could do now is either look for another chip that look like this, or we gotta order another chip and replace it out. Okay, but this is the whole reason why it's not turning on, because it won't. This chip is bad, and it won't put out a signal to that pin leg for the MOSFET to transfer the power over. So yes, I did wrote the I guess the part number for this chip down already. So I'm gonna go through my donor board or the one that I have laying around here, see if I have any similar, if so I could use it. If not, I gotta go online and try to buy another piece for it. All right. For now, I had to stop this video here, and I will continue it another time. Thanks. All right, guys. I may have some good news. Um, I hope it worked. Oh, wow. Why is it offered? All right. The original chip was BQ24780S, and I couldn't find none but I do have another board laying here. Uh, that is, I don't know if you can see that. I know it's tough, and I hate to refocus this because I have to manually do it. Uh, but what it is BQ. Let me see here. BQ24780. Not zero, but 81. So it's definitely in one digit at the end of it. One is a zero S, and this one just a one. And I searched Google up, and it say yeah, it's compatible. So the only thing we could try to do now is take it out and see if it works. So hopefully it does for the first time. That would be great instead of me have to order the chip and stuff like that. Uh, so let's continue. All right, I don't want to mix this up at all, so I'm going to throw that out there. All right, let's see if the short is there, and if it's not, I'm gonna let this board cool down. Okay, it's not short. Okay. I'm gonna let this board cool down, and then I guess I will try to reassemble it and see if it's work. I believe in Google, and it was Google AI too. It's not the regular Google. It says compatible, so I hope that it does. And you know, Google is pretty good, so I believe in them. Uh, yeah, let this cool down, and I'll see you guys in a bit on the outside station. Before we move out to the outside and I guess reassemble this, let's just plug the charger in and see we have voltage at least at this point. As long as voltage, the chance are really high. 19.9 volt, not bad at this one. Okay, yes, it is. There's power. CPU is warming up, so yeah, I think that's it, guys. Let's go assemble it. Let's go reassemble it and see if it work out for us. Okay, we're back at the front station. So let's reassemble this and see how that work out for us. I have a very high hope on this because there's power going between those two MOSFET. And yeah, I'm just kind of happy. For the first time in a very long time, I don't have to order any chip because I found some compatible with it. But we not 100% sure yet. Not until we have to plug this in. But chances are high. Chances are very high because Google got all the information, and if that's what Google be telling me, then yeah, chances are very very high. All right, guys, everything seemed to be in. Uh, I'm gonna plug this battery in, and we were trying to turn it on and see if it's, I guess, turn on. But for now, there is two screws that I want to put in. I think it's this and that. Um, I wonder which one. For now, I think that should be good enough. So we can open this and close it. Let me make sure this is also tight. Let's see if it works. Oh man, this is so bad. That is so bad. You're gonna have hinges problem. soon, I guess. Oh, look at that. There's light. Fan is running. I see light on the keyboard or something like that. I know you guys cannot see it from there like that. Uh, but window boot fail. Okay, no hard drive. Perfect. So it is working. Uh, so let's reassemble it, the whole thing, and we'll test it out. This is so bad right there for that hinge. All right. Okay, computer is on, plugged in and charging. Uh, seem like it's working. Uh, for now, I'm gonna let this charge for a little while longer, and after that, I'll probably clean it up and call the customer up for the good news for pickup. Anyway, it was just a bad IC that is short out the signal pin of the MOSFET there. I hope you guys like the video, and I know this one is I'm still working my way of becoming a better cameraman or a better, I guess, storyteller. So please excuse and forgive any wrong or unknowingly mistake that I make. But I am trying to be better at it. I hope this video will help, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.